Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. So we do have another fleet one, and this fleet challenge is always a bit interesting one. They're not particularly difficult, it's just always balanced like between stalling and trying to get the feats done. So we'll see if today that is the case as well or not. As always, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip ahead to any particular battle. Otherwise, let's look at what's waiting for us in today's challenge. So we have the Resistance fleet, and as always with these challenges, looks like their abilities are not maxed out, but you know, they do seem to hit pretty hard every now and then for some reason, but for the most part they're just very tanky, very durable. So it's kind of a race. Do you get to their ultimate before they do, obviously before they blow up, do a hold on maneuver on your capital ship and blow it up. So in terms of defeats, we have to win with using 5 rebel ships and also win with Undersize squad. Now what does Undersize squad mean in the fleet kind of I guess concept? I was testing out and it just looks like means no reinforcements. So you just need to use 3 ships starting and no reinforcements, which means it won't be possible unfortunately to get all the feats in a single battle, because if you just use 3 starting ships and a capital ship that's rebel, that's 4 rebel ships. Not 5 but 4, meaning 2 battles will be needed today to get all the feats done. And because this is a fleet challenge, it looks like no marquee feat, so we get to do an extra feat, I guess, a little bit more rewards for us free-to-play players here, and that will be gaining stealth 10 times. So I'll give you a couple of different options for this one as well, so hopefully you can find something that's gonna work for you. Now in terms of the modifiers, let's go and have a look for Jakku. So whenever ship's protection reaches 0%, they gain retribution. Whenever they fall below, however, whenever they they drop below 25% health for the first time, they gain damage immunity for 1 turn. However, this damage immunity can be dispelled, but sometimes enemies, they do hit pretty hard, and you know that damage immunity can help a little bit extend the life of your ships, hopefully keeping them alive until you heal up. And because their abilities are not maxed out, they actually, like X-Wing as well as Star Fortress, they don't dispel buffs on you, which is nice. And on top of it all, at the start of each tank's turn they gain potency. However, whenever a tank is critically hit, they gain protection up for 2 turns. Now protection up buff is going to be very annoying, like Star Fortress, very durable, so that protection up even making it more durable. So having ways maybe to land buff immunity, all these spell buffs will help you burn through Star Fortress easily, or obviously if you do make use of an ultimate from your capital ship, that'll help as well. But let's keep in mind this protection up once we go to the enemy modifier. So the player modifier, the odds. So whenever we score a critical hit, we have a chance to attack again. So rebels will be hitting, especially like Outrider, that deals damage on its basic, I believe 4 times. It can really keep going, almost like Sabine in Conquest, right? So it's kind of fun. And then the enemy modifier does a few things. But most importantly, whenever resistant ally gains a buff, they will be getting stacking critical damage. And this goes back to the protection up they are getting, the tanks are getting from the modifier, right? So if you leave Star Fortress alive for too long, which in most cases you do because it's very tanky, you will want to clear up the others first, because all that constant protection up it's getting when you're critting it, it can eventually start hitting for some big critical hits. So that's why sometimes I guess the resistance, they do hit hard just because of this stacking critical damage. Okay, so let's first roll the footage. For my main account, we're just used Profundity on full auto for all the feats, but obviously had to do it in 2 battles. So first, just standard Profundity lineup, bringing in Phantom and Ghost as the only reinforcements, because I thought maybe Undersize squad means not all reinforcements, so that was my first attempt. I'm just gonna go ahead here and hit full auto, and then hopefully we can also get the stealth feat done between obviously Phantom and Ghost gaining stealth and things like that. But so far, as you can see, no issues whatsoever because of all those extra attacks we're getting from our odds modifier. We already hit alt, and yeah, the problem is Profundity did too well for me here before I was able to get the stealth field done, so this unfortunately just completed the rebel fit, but that's okay, because now what we'll do, we'll bring in Profundity again and get the Undersize and stealth feed done as well on full auto. So at least if you got Profundity, you can pretty much get this done, looks like on full auto. Maybe I just got lucky, I don't know, let me know in the comments below, did it work for you as well? I just went in, hit auto and let it play. So here I'm gonna start off with Outrider, Ghost and Phantom. So maybe if you got low gear on your Phoenix pilots, this might not work. But you know, with Relic Top, it worked pretty well because of the Outrider there. He's really fueling the ultimate on your Profundity, and then Ghost and Phantom, you know, they're kind of gaining stealth frequently, so this then allowed to gain stealth as well and do the Undersize. Now we did lose their Outrider. Looks like X-Wing got a lucky big hit, and that's what I meant. Every now and then just do a big hit on you for some reason, but for the most part their damage is not that impressive. There we go, completed on full auto with this one as well, the Undersize and stealth. So if you got Profundity, for the most part you can get all the feats done on full auto, but in 2 battles. So this is now footage from my other account, where actually I do have Profundity, I think at 5 stars, but I just wanted to give Home 1 a try, see how they fare. Oh boy, they... Alright, damage immunity saving our bacon there, it looks like. Alright, let's see if we can turn things around. We're gonna go after X-Wing first. Let's go ahead, heal up a little bit. Okay, they're gonna do something else. Okay, constant foresight, a little bit pain in the ass, but anyway, let's use special just to make sure we get a taunt. Let's go ahead now, heal up a little bit Outrider, and now things you know, should be easier here. We were able to, you know, withstand the initial barrage, and now we keep going, all these attacks out of turn, healing us up a little bit. Yeah, keep going after X-Wing, I guess, because it's the main damage dealer at this point. Looks like I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Phantom as the first reinforcement, so we can get back-to-back reinforcements then if we need. There we go, Outrider back to full health and protection pretty much, which is nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the taunt over there on Y-Wing and go ahead after X-Wing again, bringing Ghost as the second reinforcement so we can get the stealth feat done with these guys as well as the rebel feat. There we go, X-Wing is down. So yeah, rebels, Home 1 or Profundity, seems for the most part, because of the player modifier, Home 1 even at lower gear can get the job done for you. Alright, they're doing their best, but again, these battles they do take a while, as I'm speeding up the footage because this enemy is so durable, so tanky, even the non-tank units. Which in one way is good because it allows you to stall the battle, right? So you can get stealth 10 times. However, if you stall for too long, they get to their ultimate, and then this might cause you to lose. It depends obviously on the situation. But anyway, just going all out now on Star Fortress, got it down and just down to... Oh, is that comeuppance? Didn't do a whole lot, did it? Alright, so this now completed for me the Rebel feat as well as the Stealth feat in this one. And now it's just down to the Undersize feat. So for this one, Malevolence is a great one, right? Because you kind of summon all those vulture droids, and that does not count against the Undersize feat. And as well as you can see, these guys are very tanky, very durable. So then buzz droids help us to just burn through them much quicker. Obviously, we have to deal with all this foresight to begin with. So let's just go ahead and clear off the foresight from X-Wing. So hopefully we can land some buzz droids on him in the next turn. There we go. Let's go ahead and get buzz droids. I brought in Spy. I don't know, it doesn't even matter probably. I just thought maybe if Spy gets hit, he can gain stealth, and this potentially could give you stealth feat as well, but it didn't work as well. But probably doesn't even matter who in that third slot is. It's just really Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber here doing all the damage. Start spreading buzz droids and let buzz droids get to work, basically. That's the name of the game. So unlike the Rebel battles, this one actually was much faster to do. There we go. X-Wing not looking too good. It's gonna go into damage immunity now. That's fine on its next turn, unless they cleanse. Somehow it'll go down. Rebel Y-Wing goes down. Let's see. Will this finish off X-Wing? Yep, X-Wing's down as well. So you can see Malevolence is really good. Like, the battle goes very quickly. We already triggered damage immunity as well on Star Fortress. Let's get Buzz droids on Star Fortress is down. They bring in Falcon, which is fine. Okay, and we'll just keep hitting Falcon. As you can see, without Buzz droids, not much damage happening really. There we go. Almost got Falcon down as well. One more turn until we can fire the ion cannon. Come on, there we go. Brought in another reinforcement, just delaying the inevitable. Okay, time to fire the iron cannon, which will disable their protection. So if there are any tanks at this point still alive, they won't be able to gain protection up because we disabled it for the rest of the battle. And I will just take down Comeuppance and take down Poe. And there we go. It's definitely Malevolence, quick and easy thing to do for the Undersize feat. Now, even though I had all the feats done in my other account as well, I did also wanted to do another stealth fleet. Now, it doesn't matter exactly what team comp, it's just something around Scimitar, right? Because Scimitar has this ability that it grants stealth to all of your allies except the target allies. So basically, anytime you use that ability, if you got a full 5 fleet, it's essentially 4 times stealth. So you only have to stall long enough, I guess, to get this ability done 3 times and your stealth feat will be complete. And this one I'm doing Chimera, but obviously you can do Leviathan, you can do Executor, you can do whatever sort of mishmash lineup you want. I decided to go with Chimera in this one because the ultimate obviously can finish off those pesky tanks quite quickly. Alright, so I was had a different play around with starting lineups, and just putting in Mark 6 in there was good because obviously kind of AI has priority targeting it, so then the other guys can kind of stay alive for the most part. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and bring our first reinforcement now in. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in TIE Defender, so let's get a stun on X-Wing, clear of the foresight. Let's get the assist with the TIE Defender. There we go, and let the dodge fest begin basically. Keep calling their TIE Defender to assist whenever you can with the basic as well from Chimera. I'm gonna add a little bit spread the target lock, so maybe we can dispel buffs later if we need. And for the second reinforcement, bringing in Scimitar, using the special ability and that stealth 4 times right there. I decided to always kind of expose Mark 6 because obviously it can take a lot of hits because of all those stacks it has. There we go, our first ultimate. Unfortunately, I had to go after Rebel Y-Wing. Ideally, I would go after Star Fortress, but I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter, we'll just keep going. Whenever you do use ultimate, if you do use Chimera, make sure target to Scimitar, so Scimitar gets 100% turn meter, which means it'll get more turns, so you can get quicker to your stealth ability to make sure that you can get it done 3 times before the enemy uses the hold on maneuver. There we go, we just keep going. 1 more turn and I will be able to use the stealth ability from Scimitar for the second time. We'll just keep calling TIE Defender to assist. Okay, yep, there we go. Sure, dispel those buffs on Star Fortress. There we go, stealth for the second time now. So we just have to now stall long enough. So maybe it was good I didn't use ultimate on Star Fortress, so now at least I can stall, right? No ultimate. We need them to bring in another reinforcements. We want to stall this out until Scimitar can get the job done. Got damage immunity over on TIE Defender. That's what I said, sometimes damage immunity, it does help you out a little bit. There we go. Keeping alive, let's get a stun on Star Fortress. Yeah, let's get a foresight cooking. Okay, we need to stall 1 more turn and a couple of more turns and then we should be good to go. Let's go ahead now, heal up the team. There we go, TIE Defender. My item's only gear 12, that's why it's a bit squishy, but you know, got the job done. Yeah, okay, yep, keep going after Star Fortress, I guess, because the other ship is in stealth. Alright, here we go. So what are we gonna do now here? Ultimate, take Star Fortress out and target your Scimitar, so Scimitar gets 100% turn meter, and now I can go ahead use stealth for the first time, and this now would complete stealth feat as well with this fleet. Again, maybe not the best lineup, but it's just something I had available in this account. Don't have Leviathan yet, but definitely just wanted to highlight Scimitar's ability. It's a totally plug and play ship, you can use it in any fleet and it'll help you get this stealth field done if obviously you didn't get it done with some other ways. I guess another thing as well in terms of stealth that can help maybe the Geos, if you just run a full Geo fleet, if they can get the job done under Malevolence, because with Spy, anytime they, I think, is it critically hit, they all gain stealth or something like that, so that could be another way. So definitely stealth is quite a flexible feat here. I just wanted to highlight overly the Rebel one, because it is the Rebel challenge after all, and then Scimitar is a, you know, just a plug and play stealth one-man show. Alright guys, thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.